Hello and welcome to episode 6. Yes, that's right. I actually counted beforehand this time. We're halfway through the season now. Through season 3 of the 100 Girlfriends anime. I'm Moonlight150, and in case you don't know me and you've just randomly have stumbled upon this video because you like reaction videos, I am a channel that covers all things 100 Girlfriends, and instead of your typical anime reaction here, what I do is, since I am someone who is caught up on the manga, what I do is I watch the episode and try to compare it to the manga, see what changes, what was added, what was removed, all that other kind of fun stuff. So it's more of a breakdown, but it is also a live reaction. So if you're interested in stuff like that, feel free to stick around. If you want someone who's completely blind to the series, go watch someone else's video. Anyway, so like I said, we are halfway through the season, and wow, it's like Chiyo, Ms. Natty, Yamame, Momiji, we got 4 girlfriends in within halfway through the season, which is crazy pace. And as I said in the last video, we did end up cutting Hot Pot, so for you people who are still sticking around and don't mind manga spoilers, between Yamame and Momiji's introduction, there was a trilogy of chapters called the Hot Pot Sumo Tournament, where they, as the name implies, they all had Hot Pot, and they all got incredibly, what's the word I want to use here without getting YouTube striked down? Excited. I'm sure there's a better word I could have used, but I'm all blanking right now. You know that thing when you're on camera, everything just goes blank? It's a real thing. Anyway, it was a whole 3-chapter thing of them having Hot Pot and then sumo wrestling to fight off their urges. And it was a whole thing, and some great moments, but I just think it was I think it was last on the chopping block. I think in a world where if the standard span of an anime season was 13 episodes, we would have gone Hot Pot. I think it was like the last cut. Anyway, so it's a shame, but go read the manga if you're interested in that. But we are here with back-to-back girlfriend introductions with Momiji. And it'll be interesting to see where the anime goes from here, because after this episode, it becomes a little like, ooh, what's going to happen kind of thing. So it'll be interesting to see as comes later this week when we find out through the episode previews. Anyway, I am rambling too much. Let's get to the episode. So what I want to see here is what they mention. No, that's interesting. Like here to heal my girl. Yeah, he's looking for the masseuse. This insane... Okay, there we go. So we gotta look at that real quick. This is the first thing I wanted to notice. This insane anime overworks them. So I found that interesting because, yeah, this was one of the first things I noticed last night when I reread. Between the idol performances and the sumo matches, this series has been putting way too much strain on the girls recently. So in the manga, it mentions both the sumo hot pot tournament as well as the idol performance. But here, they just generically throw in this insane anime just overworks my girlfriends way too much. So that's fun. She's so tiny. Tinier than most of the middle schoolers. So far, Ms. Natty has the best zing in the anime, I think. At least of this season. I would have to revisit the others. That would actually be a fun, like, a little ranking, maybe at the end of the season. How we should, like, rank all of the zings of all of the girlfriends. So I need to write that down. Because Ms. Natty's had a really good one. Let's get that real quick. Oh, and I guess we'll say this during the opening as we're waiting for this muted segment to go through. Unlike the past couple of episodes, where I kind of went in kind of blind, it was kind of just going based off memory of the manga. This time I actually did reread these chapters because Momiji's entire like presence in the series is kind of just like yeah, she's there. It's not something I just revisit very often because I just don't find her character very interesting most of the time. She has some standout moments, but overall, she's kind of low on my own personal list. So I went and reread both of these chapters last night to just like really refresh my memory, and I was really curious about it now because there is a lot of manga specific jokes and other things in these 2 chapters, so it'd be interesting to see how they adapt that to the anime. Do they directly change it? Do they make it like some other instances? Remember how previous in the series, in the series they would pull out the manga, but in the anime they pull out like just straight video of the anime. So I wonder if it's more stuff like that, or it'll be interesting to see. The sound effect just keeps going. She's just down there just like... Also, I guess we should also talk about that, just the whole difference in the usage that the various translations of this series has gone through with particularly Momiji. So obviously in the direct, it's groping. Yeah, see, like right here, grope, and but because grope has a pretty negative connotation in the English language, it's in the official translation from Seven Seas, it translates to smush or smoosh, Smoosh, and we even hear that in the English dub when that we got that little bit of Momiji in the first episode. She said lolly cheek smooch, which I'm still surprised they used lolly. But they use smoosh there, so obviously they're leaning more towards the English, official English translation of smoosh instead of grope, or other words that the Scanlation likes to use is also fondle. So they're just avoiding the more negative usage of words to tactilely touch something. But it makes sense. You're already problematic. You don't need to add more problematic to it. Also, can we talk about these girls' tits? Like, there's unrealistically big, as we have seen multiple times in this series. This is just two orbs. These are not connected to her chest in any kind of way. We're in public. Do it in private. So they're using different words. They're using squish, puff. Curious what the actual Japanese subtitles say. Or the SFX, I mean. Now, see, while I do this is one thing I do appreciate about the Momiji character, and it pops up every once in a while, even in one of the most recent chapters. I'm not going to say for anime onlys who might be watching this, but there is a recent chapter of the manga where we do see Momiji actually be like a professional. Like, she does know her body muscles and all of that other stuff and how it is all connected. So when we actually see Momiji the professional come out, I actually do like her character, but it's like 95% of the times like, no, I need to grope all these tits. It's like, even this I don't mind, but because she's still talking about, yeah, like, way to ruin it. That's Momiji's character in general. It's like, you're doing this great service of massaging, but you ruin it with all the other stuff. Do we actually see them actually at the club room? Oh yeah, they do. It's like one brief panel, no wonder I don't remember it. What is that sound, Wataru? I would say we're able to get the Astro Boy reference. It's like, out of all the other references that have been cut from previous episodes, they kept Astro Boy. Astrophied body instead of, because she just called it an Astro Boy body. Yeah, it's like a massaging Astro Boy. Yeah, work on your Astro Boy body instead of astrophied. Interesting. And then they just went their separate ways. It's always so funny. I don't know if I've brought this up in other videos, but there are so many times, especially in anime, but it's in all film and television, but in pretty much all mediums. I think I even read it in some books. But it's just characters will say stuff, and then it's kind of like awkward or funny or sometimes downright depressing, and then it cuts to the next like day or something, or sometime later. It's like, well, what happened after that? They just went, okay, bye. So it's like one of my pet peeves in entertainment, where something like this is one of the more milder versions of it. But the more, if you're someone like me who watches a lot of stuff, reads a lot of stuff, and just these moments where it's like, oh yeah, I would really appreciate if we could hang out some more. Would that be cool? And then just nothing happened. It's like, did Renter go, okay, I'll keep that in mind, bye? What happened after all of that? And cut. Oh, it's such a pet peeve of mine. Oh, I'm such a lesbian, but that one man. Was she always at the window seat? I mean, this could be the way, but she's definitely not the back seat. Look, yeah, this is the showing her as like the back seat, like so many other anime characters. It's the back row and the next to the window. But yeah, there's no way. Oh, the Nami mouse pad. We gotta see if Nami comes in. But yeah, there's no way she's the back seat. So they moved her back there because it's just the ideal anime seat for whatever reason. I guess for like camera purposes. It's just easier to depict everyone in that back right of the classroom. I don't see orange. It's the freaking... I saw those on Twitter like a couple days ago that they were making. Their Act 100 Girlfriends is finally getting their own boob mouse pads and body pillows. I'm sure I'll put a picture of it here. Uh, I'm like, wow, it really took you guys 3 seasons to make these, huh? It's like, I don't remember seeing body pillows of the girlfriends beforehand, but now they're making them, and it was all product placement for the episode because they couldn't get the One Piece Nami. Makes him kind of look like she's like at the front of the classroom, isn't she? I'm still up on that. Hold on. My timeline brain just kicked into effect. Okay, so there is a next day. Did I count that in my... There is 2 next days here. Did I count that in my timeline counting video? This does not seem familiar to me. Oh god. Was there more extra next days that I did not count? Oh god. Also, it just hit me. I won't pause for this, but it just hit me that with the Hahari booby mousepad. That's the chairwoman of the school. Why do we have booby mousepads of the chairwoman? Was that the reference? Yeah, this isn't Kaiji. Okay, so they added like a whole visual thing for this joke. I don't know what Kaiji is. Astrofying my body. So instead of astroboying my body, it's astrofying. Here's Nozawa. First TV appearance. Why did they make her sound so old? It's Nozawa's cats. Like how the whole house is pixelated. We saw the cats, right? Oh no, the cats. Yeah, there they are. I actually do prefer like this because it actually looks like more. It's more what's the word I'm looking for? Choreographed pixelation, other than what this is. It's just all black and white. They didn't pixelate the cats though. But they're all my precious babies. Why'd they make her so old sounding? I doubt that's actual Nozawa's voice. Oh my god, we're switching to manga. I painted that black over there. What was that? We didn't even see him like grab the page. Like he reaches over, but we don't see like his hand like at all in that shot. They keep using Astrofied. Oh, I'm glad they kept that meme, like almost like meme page. There it is. It's such a funny panel. I would like to recruit you for my crew so you can massage my girlfriends all the time. That's nice that they kept all that for her. Why are they all like circled around? Usually they're like one big group, huh? Was this in the manga? Oh, we got to move on to the Fondling Festival. Speaking of other words that they can't use, fondling. Yeah, they're all just kind of just grouped up like usual. Why are we all in a half circle here? Also, we gotta get some nice height comparisons with this, especially look at Miss Natty and Yame. Yame looks a lot skinnier than usual. Usually a bit bulkier. Fondling that weird thing of our of our chairwoman. Why did you buy that again? Why do we sell this? Quit fondling me. We've actually used fondling here. The fucking after image of May. The fucking Iron Claw. He was like... Did she even have the wind-up in the manga? No, that's a anime ad. Because here it just kind of looks like she's trying to face plant right into her back, but no, the wind-up is hilarious. Oh, John. She got the dogs out right in front of the camera. The fucking quick glance of Ms. Natty in the cheerleader outfit. Ah, yes, pain. Since when was Karne magical girl? Keep pressing it, please. Button mash. My way is the freeway. Oh god. Slobbering time. Iku just over here getting excited. He's like, yes, I like it that way. They didn't even show anything. At least she got her foot massage. We're back in the half circle. In the exact same positions, by the way. Everyone's back in the same position after all that. Save animation budget. Really getting a lot of the after image effect in this episode. Mahari, no. Nope. Ah, yes. Legs. The thighs of light and darkness. Okay, Marie Antoinette. My fun gentle, I want Retro to know that. This is actually a line I recently discovered in this chapter. It was maybe about a month or so ago. Someone posted in the Discord. Let's see, where is it? And I never knew of this line beforehand. It's oh, right here. My pun's gentle, I want Retro to know. I don't know why, but I love that line out of Karane. It's a great line. I never noticed it before. Once again, these chapters are kind of like almost out of my mind because I almost never revisit them. But yeah, I love this line for Karane. I want Retro to know my butt's soft. The Butt Thigh Coalition. No, this is America's ass. Did they just make an America's ass joke? Okay, the subtitler's having too much fun. We get it, subtitlers. You love your memes. Look how embarrassed she is. That's fun that they put old Natty here too. Because that wasn't here, right? Yeah, she's like still embarrassed, but no, it's like there's no old Natty. I see you're mad embarrassed. The main course. Yep, the main course. Main dish. Hear that, Rentaro? Rentro's just like, oh, I'm so glad everyone's getting along. Exactly, it's just everyone's getting along with Momiji. You are so predictable, my man. Well, the voice actor's doing a lot here. Just go on and suck on them already. Like, no. I love how quickly everyone, like, kind of snaps out of it. As soon as, like, Hahari's providing something, they like it. But then Hahari's like, let's go even further. And they're like, no. Because it was Kurumi with, let's get married. Nope. And Momiji's like, no, I don't need to go any further than this. Oh, God. The royalty-free Terminator music. The Gropinator. Wait, did she have the sunglasses on? No, she didn't. They went all in on the Terminator joke. That's awesome. The royalty-free music is so funny, though. It's like... Use my butt anytime. Evangelion reference, I think? I'm not too familiar with Evangelion. I don't know the reference to that. Or that. Yeah, because I remember she, like, jumped to him. Oh, so, yeah, she did jump for Mei Mei, and then ended up clinging to Rentaro, but it was definitely not this big action piece that we got here. Whatever this star thing is. This feels referential, and I don't know what it is. That dive angle. Quit eating his face. Oh, jeez. Oh, there's a good shot right there I can use for the thumbnail. But this just reminded me something about why I don't find Momiji as interesting most of the time. Is because it feels like, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, Momiji fans, but it feels like her character is like one of the least interested in the relationship aspect. Like, we get all of the other girlfriends so, like, you know, that little heart twinge, like, and like getting all flustered and embarrassed about stuff, like regarding their relationship with Rentaro and being in love and all this other stuff. Momiji feels like she's one of the characters who does that the least throughout the whole series. Now, when she does it, it's great because it feels like, okay, we actually are part of this whole group relationship thing, but it feels like throughout the entire manga, she does it the least. And so when I saw it in like one of the recent chapters, I felt great. And there was another chapter of hers that focused on Momiji and that relationship and how much her and Rentaro get along and all of that. And it was great. But it feels like those moments are so far and few between. And at least compared to other girlfriends, where even in chapters that aren't revolving around other girlfriends, or like if it's not their chapter, like let's say Ms. Natty, for example, because I'm looking at Ms. Natty, like we will see her like embarrassed, flustered, and all this other stuff regarding being in a relationship with Rentaro, even when it's not her chapter, when she's just kind of there in the background and stuff happens. It feels like that just, maybe it's just my anti-Momiji bias, but it feels like Momiji is just a character who is not as into the relationship as everyone else. And there are a couple girlfriends like that. But Momiji's definitely like one of my top ones. But that's just me. Maybe I have an anti-Momiji bias, and maybe the number one Momiji fan will correct me in the Discord and yell at me. Hit me up. But yeah, that's just my own personal things with Momiji. As I said, like at the beginning of this video and now here. That's why she's just never really clicked with me. They kiss like crazy after this. Let's mute this for a second. I should have saved my little speech there for this part. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was a lot of what I expected, at least for this part. Like some crazy like that, and then they went on some wild and crazy kissing. I love the addition of the Terminator glasses and the like definitely not copyright Terminator music. This was all pretty much as is. There was some nice fun. Oh, there was like the Evangelion Yamame. I'm pretty sure it was an Evangelion reference. But in terms of the Momiji intro, it was pretty much the same. The changes to the manga specific jokes were all good. Let's make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh yeah, the loss of the Nami mouse pad, which is makes sense. It seems like the One Piece and Toei seem kind of more protective of that IP. I'm surprised they even let Rentaro dress up. But I guess they only could get away with that because they didn't call him out as Monkey D. Luffy or anything like that. They just like Gum Gum guy. Um, this might just be a translation thing, but the way that they keep the manga referred to him as Astro Boy back, but it's oh yeah, she didn't even like sing the Astro Boy theme or anything like that. But they in the at least the subtitles referred to as Astrofied, so that was an interesting change. But that just might just be a translation thing. See if there's anything here. Hey.
もうこんな時間だ。みんな帰らなきゃ。そうですわね。それでは最後に全員もう一度だけしておしまいにしましょう。
And we're right back to it. God, there's so much. Why do I keep getting Vampire Night? It's so weird. Like, this is the only time I get recommended this series is when I'm recording these videos. Like, when I'm watching other shows, I don't get this recommendation after I finish an episode. It's only here. Why? Okay. But yeah, this was a fun change. We actually see a bit more. Like, they less pixelated, if anything. They actually had, like, a character design behind the pixels and actually seeing the house. Interesting thing else, that table that they were sitting at, we don't see that at all here. Like, we just see Renter at a desk. I'm sure Nozawa was thrilled to see her cats animated. But yeah, this was a nice, fun transition. It's actually interesting that very shot that they used in the black and white for the manga in the episode is not even here. Like, because it was them kind of, it's almost like this one, but not this. Interesting. I love that they kept this. This was good. And they even kept this, which was nice. I'm sure Nozawa got a kick out of watching that. So yeah, pretty much good changes. Like, the changes that were made were all good. Like, and the other ones are like understandable. You know, with like the whole Nami thing. Even here, the I will say here the tits seem a little bit more realistic. Not here though, but in this shot a little bit more. But those in the anime, those are not real. Those are just squishy melon balls that the girl stuffed in her shirt. But then in regards to the next chapter, it's pretty much exactly the same. I don't think they really changed anything. The only thing they might have done was add stuff like I said, the Evangelion reference. Yeah, because it was all. But yeah, good stuff. So it'll be interesting to see because what comes after this. And so it should be, well, we at least know the Nanoputian Prince, like the shrinking Nano chapter, because we saw that in the trailer. Well, it should hopefully also be the other one is Ms. Natty's American Patrol, which is a Ms. Natty and Chio focus chapter. If you guys aren't familiar with the manga, it's a chapter that focuses and kind of develops Ms. Natty and Chio and their little relationship that they have, which is a great little relationship. But it feels like it should keep that chapter because it develops two characters that are new for the season, which is something I think you would want. But if not, we're gonna have this like mini Nano, and then we're gonna immediately move on to the next girlfriend, and so that's like back to back 3 episodes, 3 introducing of girlfriends, which is that's skipping a lot. But if they do skip that, I just don't know. It's such a toss up between how so many things can play out. It's wild. But anyway, I've rambled long enough. We're pretty at 42 minutes. I'm pretty sure I got to edit something. But anyway, so I'm going to get this out and then I'm going to work on the English dub reactions. Thank you all who have been supporting that. I've gotten a lot more positive feedback about that than I thought I would. So I'm going to try to get that for the newest dub episode. Go back to the old one, the second half of that, and other things. So got a lot of stuff to do this week. And thankfully, it's a break week from the manga, so I can spend some time on this stuff. So anyway, I will see you guys on the next episode where we should hopefully not introduce some new girlfriends and have some time with the ones we already have. So I'll see you guys all next week for the next episode.